medicine, I switched over to the Zenith program for class 11 and 12. Throughout my 4 years, teaching has always been nice, clear, and at a comfortable pace. Teachers were helpful and kind and nice to the students and have always ensured that every student got every part of every lesson. So because of this, I was able to be sure of my basics, and thus I was able to clear NTSC and KDPY in class 10 and 11. Books were concise, and the problems in the end of every chapter have helped us to practice. There are frequent tests, and initially I found it difficult, but this has helped me get used to tests and thus gain confidence, especially during the initial few days. Also, there were a lot of tests in 11th and 12th, just similar to the NEET pattern, and this has helped me to manage my 3 hours effectively. The staff and teachers have always been really supportive and helpful through my time here, and thus I would like to thank them and the institution for helping me realize my dreams. Thank you.
Hello. Hi, everyone. I guess there are a few people have already joined us. Am I audible to you guys? Please write yes if I'm audible to you, visible to you as well. So I can see already 3-4 people have written hi to me. Hello, Uma. Hello, Akib. Hello, Adishwar. How are you guys today? How are you doing? Am I audible to you guys? Can someone please write yes or no so that I can get an idea? Okay. Thank you so much, Uma. Sure. So I guess it's already 5:37, and we should probably start off our session for today, which is about the holistic education in the current times. And we are running live on YouTube, Coimbatore YouTube channel, Coimbatore FIITJEE Coimbatore Facebook channel, FIITJEE Kochi Facebook channel, and I guess most of you would be able to see whatever we are speaking sitting back on your home and on your own devices, right? So let me just start off by just asking a simple question, which I usually ask to many people. How many of you like 2020 as a year? So you can give your answer as good or bad or one word answer. So just I would want to see your responses here. How do you like 2020 as a year? Let me just see if there are any responses here. Okay, so as I've expected, people are saying some is saying bad, some is saying okayish, or and it'd be like most of the answers would be revolving around the bad part, as I expect. And this is nothing new. Absolutely fine with me and fine with other people. And neither do I like 2020, to be really honest. But there's one thing which I actually learned from this year, and those things are adaptability and transformation. And I couldn't find any other year more perfect to make us realize how important these two parameters are in our lives. And like, agree it or not, due to these uncertain times, we were like unfortunately pushed to do things and like extend to our limits. And now we are mostly working digitally, not offline, and not just in terms of education, but also we as a like office people, we are working online, and there's a different interface altogether. So past few weeks, I've been speaking to many of my students, even few of my relatives who are studying in different classes. So the education format has changed a lot, having a transition from offline to online, right? And all this while, there's one thing that has been compromised, and that thing is the holistic truth. Well, we completely understand that the situation doesn't allow you to explore much these days. And the best thing we can do for now is to embrace whatever new changes are happening and try to maximize our learning potential through these sources only. And that's how we thought we should definitely share our views on viewpoints with you as young minds, as young drivers of India, as to how to chase holistic growth even these current times, even in these unabideful circumstances. So this is probably the reason why I chose this topic. And let me just start off by sharing my screen with you guys. And please do let me know if you can see my screen. Is my screen visible to you guys? A yes or no will work. All right. Is my screen visible? I guess it must be visible now. Yeah, is it visible? Jennifer, is it working now? Is it functional? Okay, great. And I hope others are also able to see the screen right now. So let's just begin our topic for today, and let's just go ahead with whatever I've discussed. So like before we move ahead, we're just like we want to tell you the flow of the presentation, which we'll be having in next 40-45 minutes from now. So we'll be speaking a little more about the holistic growth and what it actually is, and how can one inculcate the holistic growth in our current education system. Next, we'll be discussing a little more about IQ, EQ, and SQ, and how all these three parameters together build a holistic person. Next, we'll discuss about how to utilize the digital education in the best way possible. Next, as part of our aim to impart stress-free education, we'll be focusing a little more on what are the different stresses a student faces in his or her preparation journey, and what could be the probable solutions to that. And last but not least, we have something for you. We have planned a new program, which I will probably be discussing or putting forward in front of you, right? So let's just go ahead and let's just See, the first slide we have is what do we actually mean by holistic growth? So I understand the interface is not comfortable in terms of the communication, and I would ask questions. You guys will write down the answer. So as per my understanding and whatever, like my communication or my discussion with few of my juniors or few of my students have been, holistic growth in a way, what most of the students have answered me, is an approach to education that involves educating a child so that he or she will become a well-rounded or a confident personality, and that person or that adult actually contributes productively to the society or the community as a whole. And the holistic education not just focuses on just education, this part of education, but it is something of a very wide era. Holistic education focuses on developing care for others, respect for others, respect for the environment, and it pays equal respect to the emotional, social, and cognitive well-being of the learner. So, in a nutshell, holistic education or holistic growth is something which actually builds a complete human being, and not just limited to education or let's say something related to physical or good with moral science, but then it is a cumulative growth, right? So next diagram which I'm going to show to you will actually make more sense, and now you'll be able to relate it more with. All right. So I hope you'll be able to see that diagram here, and we'll come to each and every point in a little more detail to understand how these things are influenced in our life, or let's say a student's life. So if you can see the left part of this holistic education graph, most of the things like manners, healthy social skills, character formation, conflict resolution skills, these are the parameters which are gained by a student through his or her environment or surrounding, and mostly by parents or the people he or she hangs out with, or the relatives, or the people who are in direct vicinity or in direct contact with the student or with the child, right? Points like manners, healthy social skills are very critical in shaping a person's social ethics or social performance when it comes to handling certain situation socially. And these are majorly provided to us by our parents, right? Again, character formation, social conflict resolution skills are more or less given to us by the people who are actually surrounded by us or by the company we actually hold. Coming to other parts like critical thinking skills or core academics or hands-on lessons, these are more or less taught to us by either our school or the supplementary education, or let's say our faculty or teachers wherever we learn something in terms of education. Again, the hands-on lessons here more or less implies to the practical learning you guys do. It can be like on the laboratories also, it can be on the field also. By giving you an example, if you are playing basketball, which is a team game, so ultimately you are not just playing a game, but you are also learning something called as team spirit, because you are working as a single unit, as a single team, and that's how you learn how to work continuously in a team and how to win continuously as a team. Core academics, no doubts, almost 100% is attributed to your school and your coaching or wherever supplementary education you're taking. So it is 100% contributed to those teachers, those faculty members. Critical thinking skills are usually developed by continuously working on the mental ability or the IQ part of yourself. Now we are ultimately left with one part, which is the emotional development. I personally believe that emotional development is one thing which a person or a student learns more by himself, more by having a good experience, let's say even bad experiences in my case. So let me just give you an example to this. I was a very good child when it comes to education. I was really good in mathematics, and I used to be in top 5 among all the people, among all the students in my school. Back in my school days, in class 9th, I actually got failed in mathematics in one of my unit tests or weekly tests. I was really surprised. I was absolutely shattered. I had no clue what actually happened to me, and I was emotionally disturbed. I thought, how can this thing happen to me? Because I presumed and I knew that I was really good. I went to my maths teacher, maths faculty, a very nice gentleman. I told him, "Sir, I don't know what happened, but I actually failed. And this is actually disturbing me. I don't know how to handle this." The faculty member asked me to sit down, and he offered me a fruity, which, like, thankfully I used to like a lot. So I just grabbed that fruity bottle and I drank it all over. And then after 5-10 minutes, he told me that in your life there will be instances wherein you will do good, and there will be instances where you'll do bad, and this is life. This is part of your life. So the things wherein you are doing good, you should be able to hold your emotions well. As in, you should not become complacent, and you should keep on working harder. Again, in the things wherein you did not do well, wherein probably you would have like failed, or you would have not achieved the success you were aiming to, you should understand that you need to work even more harder, and there's nothing which can stop you achieving that success again. Even the failures which you which you receive while your path through success are actually a stepping stones for you to grow and to make a comeback in a much better and effective way. And that was a time when I actually realized that this is how life works, and this is how each and every situation in our life should be tackled about. And that actually developed emotional sense in me, and I started taking failures or setbacks in a very positive and approachable manner. And this had actually made a lot of it was really helpful to me in other of the other scenes also. And I absolutely acknowledge my faculty member for infusing this kind of knowledge in me. Even UNESCO has given 4 different parameters which actually influence holistic learning, or let's say, which actually combine together to portray a holistic learning environment. And these are learning to know, learning to do, learning to live together, and last, learning to be. Let's just come to each of these points one by one. And the first one being learning to know. Learning to know tells you how you should approach to learn any of the new thing. For example, in these current time, I am pretty much sure many of the students were facing probably some difficulties, or it was new to them to come to online platform, or let's say use Zoom or use Internet Explorer or internet browsers because they were using it for the first time. But then they ultimately learned it because probably the approach to learn the thing was good and was optimum. So you should understand that learning how to learn by developing one's concentration, memory skills, and ability to think is of utmost importance. Moreover, if you have a good learning about a majority of things in your surrounding, you'd be able to do smaller things which comes under that umbrella. Giving you an example again on this, you know how to browse things on internet, you know how to Google things on internet. So even if I ask you to browse any other thing, or let's say if I ask you to browse what is the favorite car in the market, or what is the newest SUV in the market, you'll be able to browse it because you know the ultimate functioning of that browsing system. And this is how you actually learn. You learn the things in a more conceptual manner, and ultimately you're able to like define those concepts into multiple things which can help you out in solving the typical problems as well. Next thing is learning to do. You have acquired the learning, you know how to operate a system, you know how to operate your laptop, your internet, how to browse the things. But then the thing is of no use if you're not able to deliver it, if you're not able to complete the task. right? So acquiring, and not just occupational skills, but also the competence to deal with many situations and work in the team. This is something which is important, and you should definitely abide to this thing. Again, learning to do in the context of various social and work experiences, which may be formal as well as informal. So you learn something, and that thing can be utilized in formal as well as informal experiences. Formal could be, for example, if you know how to operate the laptop or how to use internet, and then, for example, if your teacher asks you something to scroll something for you or to browse something for her, you'll be able to do that in a formal format. Again, for example, if your mother needs some assistance, she wants to search out the local grocery stores nearby your home. So you'll be able to search it out for herself, because ultimately because you know how to browse the things and how to utilize that piece of utility which you are holding. Secondly, learning to live together. I'm 100% sure in any of your like last textbooks, you might have heard this statement saying human beings are a social animal. And we are actually social animal because we are actually interdependent on each other. By developing an understanding of other people and appreciation of interdependence, and ultimately carrying out joint projects, we can achieve greater success and greater heights. Giving you an example again on this segment, I'm sure that in your school there will be some projects which require some joint efforts, or let's say there will be some group projects. Back in my old days, when I used to have something related to group projects, I used to deliver, or let's say I used to teach other of my friends what I learned the most. And I used to expect other people to teach me what they learned the most. And ultimately, in this process, we used to learn each other's competencies. We used to learn something new. And ultimately, we used to grow up as a team together. And we used to deliver whatever task we were assigned to, whatever projects we were assigned to, in a very effective and efficient manner. And this is what is expected out of you. And in the process of dealing with these interdependencies or information exchange, you ultimately create a mutual understanding between each other. A mutual understanding which will help you generate values of pluralism and peace, right? The last one being learning to be. So you know how to learn the things, and you are actually doing that also. And you're doing that in such a way that it is like is a teamwork, and you are helping your society or community as a whole to grow up. And in this whole process, in these past three process, what are you doing? You are ultimately developing your own personality. You're ultimately becoming more autonomous. You are becoming a more responsible person as a human being. You're becoming more responsible person in the society, in the environment. And I'm 100% sure this line you would have heard a lot of time, wherein people used to say, "We want you guys to deliver your 100%." So the 100% they would have been speaking about is this, because you are ultimately able to deliver whatever you want to do in your full potential, and that is what is 100% all about. Let's move on to the next part, which is this. And I actually personally like this photograph because it makes absolute sense. A wholesome person is one who has the attributes of intelligence, social skills, and emotions all clubbed together. And do notice, guys, for example, if a person lacks emotional quotient, he would be emotionally restricted. If a person has emotions and social skills, he would still be intellectually restricted. If a person has intelligence and emotions, he would be socially restricted. So ultimately, you need, if you want to become a wholesome person, you need all the three parameters combined together. Even if you are failing in one, it will not make sense. And I will prove this in my upcoming slides, which would be something more fun to you. So I hope you can see this photograph. Can I get some yes? So actually, this is a small activity for you guys, and I'll just give 2-3 minutes to you to think and just give me some answers to solve this question, solve this equation. Can you see the screen? Can you guys see the screen now? Okay, Mohan, thank you so much. Yeah. So here's the question for you. You need to move one stick to make this equation correct. And by the way, if you guys are correct, if you guys give the right answers, you might just expect some prizes also. So participate actively. Are you guys trying? Let me just give you a hint. You need to replace one stick from 9 and you need to move it somewhere else. So this is a hint for you guys. Okay, Pawan, we can do only one thing. So you gave like 2 steps. It should be one step only. Like pulling out a stick and then placing it somewhere else. That's it. And if you want to remove one stick, you need to replace it also somewhere. You cannot just pull it away. Okay. By the way, I like the way you were thinking it. Great. So the hint is you need to pull out one stick from 9. This is the hint, and this is probably a very big hint. Okay. We got one answer from Lakshita. Right. Lakshita, your answer is absolutely correct. Anyone else? Any other answers? Okay, now you guys are getting it. Now you are getting it. Right. 6 into 3 is 18. Yeah, right. Okay. All of you are correct. Lakshita being the first one. Congratulations. Sri Darshan also got it correct. Park also got it correct. So I've got one more answer to it, and I guess it'd be something more interesting to you guys. Can you guys see the cursor? Can you guys see the cursor on my screen? So what I'm going to do is I'm removing this stick and making this figure 5. Removing this stick and making this figure 5, and then putting this stick crossing this equal to sign. So this will ultimately make it 5 into 9 not equals to 16. Let me repeat it again. I'm removing this stick. I'm putting it here just above the equal to sign and making it not equal to. So ultimately it will be 5 into 9 not equal to 60, right? Got it? I hope it was something different, some different answer you would have received. All right. So yes. So what I actually wanted to make, what I actually wanted to denote here by introducing this little puzzle to you guys was the importance of IQ. IQ, which like most of us know, stands for intelligence quotient, and which actually shows the pragmatic side of a human being, and is a measurement of one's intellectual abilities and potential, right? And it reflects a wide range of cognitive skills also, like reasoning, logic, and problem solving. So this is what we usually convey when we say IQ. And I have something else for you guys. And as I've told you earlier, IQ is not enough. Not enough. I have something to show you, and I want you guys to answer this. Who are these two gentlemen? Picture number 1 and picture number 2. Who are these two gentlemen? I'm sure many of you would be knowing him. Answer on the chat box, please. Okay, Albert Einstein, right. Who's the other guy? Who's the other person? Ashwin, absolutely right. You're a genius. Just like Albert Einstein. Physicist. Okay, that went a little too broad. Science successful revolutionist. Okay. Yeah. So, well, no, not Tesla. Sorry, Ashwin. It's not Tesla. They are Albert Einstein and Isaac Newton. You guys are absolutely right. Now, who is this guy? This is a very smart gentleman. Just look at the picture carefully and let us know who is this guy. By the way, I'm absolutely. I feel really happy looking at your answers. Scientists who revolutionize science and successful people. I'm really happy. Very nice answers. Although people also gave the exact names also, which I was expecting. So who's this gentleman? So in case you guys don't know him, just put no in the chat box so that I get to know. No one? All right. I knew you guys wouldn't be knowing him, and actually, it doesn't make sense to know him because he is actually nobody. This guy's name is Christopher Langan, and he is a normal farmer in some state in the United States. But the question comes is, why am I actually showing Christopher Langan's photograph along with Isaac Newton and Albert Einstein? This is the question, right? You guys must be thinking, why is this guy showing Christopher Langan's photo? If he's nobody, then why is he so important that his photograph has been shown? And the answer to this will come in the next slide, which is this. Just have a look and see the IQ level of Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, and Christopher Langan. 160 to 180, 190 to 220, and Christopher Langan being 190 to 220, that is absolutely crazy, right? So if IQ has to determine the success of any person, Christopher Langan must have been like Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg at this point of time, right? In fact, Mark Zuckerberg or Bill Gates have lower IQ than these people. So it clearly defines that just having the highest IQ does not mean that you'll be successful in life. You need to have other attributes as well. You need to have other things as well in life. And those other attributes are actually the emotional quotient and the social quotient, which I was speaking to you about in my previous slides. So let's just talk a little more about the emotional quotient, which I spoke. And thank you so much, guys, for your response. I'd be happy to take your responses in between, or in case you have any question in between, you can ask that also. Pawan, right, very right. He lacks other attributes also. That's what I was speaking about. He lacks EQ and SQ skills. And let's discuss a little more on those parts as well right now. So what is EQ? EQ, like the simplest of definition would be ability to understand needs and feelings of oneself and other people, and in this process manage one's feeling and respond to other people in appropriate way. It's like how emotionally balanced you are, how well do you treat difficult situation or conflicting situations in your life, and how well do you transform yourself to provide the maximum output or the maximum result in those situations. This is the EQ part. This is the emotional quotient part. You guys must be remembering. I told you one incident of mine wherein I failed in mathematics, and how my faculty member helped me, got back to my feet, and gave me some good advice, which actually made a lot of sense. If I were not if I were weak in my emotional part at that point of time, it would have I would have been somewhere else doing something not very worthy. But then the emotional quotient, or my ability to withstand that situation, helped me to back off whatever hardships I was facing and deliver the best results in the upcoming task. Now, if I move ahead with the parameters of EQ, what actually influence EQ, or what actually develops EQ, these would be self-awareness, self-regulation, internal motivation, empathy, and social skills. Self-awareness. You are a student. You know that you are lacking, you are not that good in physics, although you are good in maths and chemistry. So you should understand that you need to put more focus on physics. This is known as self-awareness. And not just in terms of education, but also, for example, you are not very good in communicating with older people. So you should develop abilities in a way that you can be better with them in next communication or next meeting. Point number two, self-regulation. You know which tasks are important. You know which tasks you should prioritize, and accordingly you should do them. You know the road to success is long. You know you're preparing for some competitive exams and it needs some efforts. It needs good amount of efforts. You realize focusing on the important parameters, or the prioritizing your task, will actually help you in regulating or delivering the best out of the scenario. Third one being internal motivation. You have your exam tomorrow. You have let's say you have any important task to do tomorrow, or let's say tonight. How well motivated or how internally motivated are you to deliver the best out of yourself? How motivated are you feeling to give the exam and like take them to rehabilitation. Empathy. Someone else is having some issues, someone else is in pain. How well are you able to address that? How well are you able to feel that pain and help that guy or that person in a way that it resolves his or her pain? It's known as empathy. And lastly, social skills. How well do you communicate with other people? How well do you communicate within the society, within the community you live in? It contributes to social skills. Now, what are the ways to improve EQ? And all these points, I'm sure your parents must have been saying you pretty often. Am I right? Your parents must be telling you these guys very often, and these guys actually come under the category of EQ. Yes or no? Your parents keep on telling you these points? Just have a look and let me know. Pawan, you are absolutely right. Absolutely right. You are such a fantastic boy. The answer is correct. Feeling somebody else's pain is empathy, right? And you should be empathetic enough to actually understand what other person is feeling, so that you can help him solve the problem or help him uh, give a solution in a more effective manner. Absolutely right. Thank you so much, Pawan. Thank you. So your parents must be telling, like asking you to follow these points pretty often. Am I right? Right, right. Okay, okay. So these points are, let me just like go to them one by one, which is like first to introspect. As I've already said, you should know where you stand and should understand what parameters, or let's say, in what segment you need to improve more, or in what segment you need to and you need to keep the balance. This is known as introspection. Second point is assess and don't judge. There would be people who would be doing things in a different way altogether. So it is important not to judge them, but to assess and understand what they are doing wrong, or let's say what they are doing right, and inculcating those habits or those process in your own system. For example, if a person is really good at, like let's say in basketball, he has a good dribbling skills. He shoots the ball very well. He has good technique. So you should learn how is that guy doing that, and you should try to implement that when you are actually playing basketball, right? So this is very important. Third one is take risk for your actions. You guys, you guys. Okay, sorry. I'll be a little louder. Okay. So thank you, Gagan, for notifying that. I'm audible to you guys now. Is it better? Keep on telling me, right? Okay, that's how I'll get to know. Okay. Thank you, Mohan, for your response. Okay. Great. Right. So the next one is take responsibilities for your action. You should be accountable. You are a grown up now. You are in that phase wherein you should understand that whatever task you are doing, you should be able to take 100% responsibility for that. If you have done something right, you are 100% responsible. If there's something wrong which you have done, you should accept that and you should try to improvise on that, right? Next part is respond and not don't react. Okay, so I would just need one volunteer here, one boy or one girl could just like text me the answer in the chat box. Let me ask Vahul Sivakumar. Okay, so Vahul, this question is for you. Okay, and others also can reply to that on the chat box. For example, Vahul, one of your friend comes to you, and one person comes to you. He can be a friend, he can be a stranger, and he pinches you, right? What would you do? What would be your first step or first reaction? So Bahul and other people can attempt this question. If a person comes to you, he pinches you, what would be the first thing you'll do? Beat. Oh, okay. You're getting a little too violent, Gagan. I presume you should hold your horses. I take it in a playful way. Okay, this could be one of the ways. Right, right. Others? Anybody else wants to give any opinion on this? Sir, okay, Pawan will get angry. Understand. This is completely understandable. So what I actually wanted to convey here by giving this point was there was some stimulus to you. There was some stimulus given to you, which was in the form of pinch, right? So rather than reacting to it, just like Gagan is doing, Gagan is reacting by beating him. So this is a wrong method, right? You should rather ask him, what is the reason? Just like Akib said, or like in case if it is a playful manner, it can go in some other direction. But then the important point is you should ask him the reason, right? Rather than reacting to it or hitting him back or hitting her back, you should ask the reason, and accordingly you should plan your action. If it is a playful way, you can go ahead. It can be your friend. If it is something else, you should understand what is the actual reason. Why is that guy doing that, right? So do you guys think this is a more practical and a more better strategy to approach this problem or this situation? Okay, depends on Mohan's mood. Don't worry, Pranesh, I'll not scold you. You can ask anything to me. All right. So let's just go ahead and I'll rather club the next 3 points together, which is practice positivity, practice empathy, and practice being emotionally honest. So all these 3 points collectively builds a more positive and a more confident person altogether. You should be positive in your approaches. You should be empathetic. Just like Pawan has given the answer, you should be empathetic enough to understand others' problem, others' pain, right? And you should be emotionally honest. You should be honest to yourself because you have already introspected that which part or which areas you are actually lacking, and accordingly you're working hard. So these 3 points clubbed together makes a more confident person, right? Okay, going ahead to the next part, which is social quotient. Social quotient or intelligence, in a way, is a combined measurement of self and social awareness, one thing, your evolved social belief and attitude, and lastly, your ability to manage social changes, complex social changes, right? So these things, 3 things, your social awareness, your belief and attitude, and your ability to like manage social changes clubbed together will give you a more social intelligence or more points in social quotient. And whenever we do something, the question comes, do we actually realize whatever thing we have done, whatever action we have done, is it necessary? Is it really adding some value? Is it beneficial to society as a whole? And if we are able to answer all these 3 questions correctly, you should understand that your social quotient is high, right? So now the next part comes, how to build your social quotient. And this is, I'm 100% sure that all of your parents must be telling you these points very often, which are you should first let go of bad habits. You should eliminate the unrealistic material goals. You should have control issues. And you should build focus. Since you are preparing something, you are in a direction to prepare for your competitive exams and your board exams. You should be focused enough. Next part, you should let go of emotional stress or trauma, and you should be stress free. And guys, I will be specifically speaking about the stress free education in my next part. And next, you should start being more disciplined. You should be developing some spiritual practices, right? So these are few of the parts, few of the things which help us to build a social quotient, a good social quotient, right? Okay, so Mohan has asked how to be internally motivated. Okay, Mohan, I'll give you one good example to this. What I had one friend, his name is Raghav Gupta. I'll just tell you his name right away. His name is Raghav Gupta. Raghav went to IIT Bombay. Raghav got All India rank 29 in JEE, and he studied computer science there. And then he went to Stanford, USA, and now he's currently in Google. So giving his background, what Raghav used to do to be internally motivated, whenever he used to sit to solve any question, let's say any typical problem in maths, or physics, or chemistry, whenever he was able to solve a good question, he used to congratulate himself and he used to celebrate. The celebration could have been like for just 1 minute, wherein he used to just roam around, took a bite of chocolate or listen to one of the good music he likes, or just he used to see Tom and Jerry a lot. So he used to actually embrace himself, or he used to actually treat himself well when he used to solve any good questions. And that's how he used to keep himself internally motivated. And for the problems wherein he was not able to solve, he used to keep on working hard on that. He used to ask his faculty members, he used to go to his peer groups, his friends, to ensure that the answer to those questions he get is correctly right. And this is how he actually built himself to be internally motivated and got a good rank. So I hope this could be one of the solutions to be internally motivated. And I'll definitely try to find out more examples for you guys to be internally motivated, and not just internally, in fact externally motivated also, by giving constant feedbacks or constant seminars like these to help you guys out, right? Okay, so the next part here is offline or online. So these are few of the example, or let's say few of the points which wherein offline and online actually varies. Okay, let me just ask you guys, which one do you usually prefer? Offline education or online education? What is your opinion? Mohan, Akib, Vahul, what do you say? You guys like online classes or offline classes? Pawan, can I get some answers here? Online or offline? Offline. Okay, offline. Okay, so the majority of people prefer offline here. I was thinking it would be a 50-50 part, but okay, that's great. You guys prefer offline, right? So, well, honestly, I also prefer offline because it actually makes more sense. And just like Pawan said, Pawan is absolutely correct here, because it provides direct interaction. And in fact, this is one of the point I've already mentioned here. And Pawan, you got me right here. So let me just give you a brief about what are the differences, and where is digital better than offline, and where is offline better than online or digital, right? So in fact, offline classes are the primary source of education. These are the fundamental way in which we actually study, right? In school, or let's say in our wherever coaching institutes we go. So offline is the primary source of education, and online is the alternate source of education. We do not have offline classes right now due to the current times. We have shifted to classes, right? Next point comes interactivity. As Pawan has rightly mentioned, interaction or interactivity is maximum when you are in an offline setup, right? Because you can personally see someone, you can personally interact with someone, you can personally empathize with someone, right? But the things lack a little in online, but ultimately it depends on the platform you are studying. So in case someone is able to provide you the interactivity or the personalization on online platform as well, it will be helpful to you, right? The next one is flexibility on time and location. So online, although provides you flexibility in time and location, the offline part actually lacks a little bit on this part. Next one, social interaction. Your social interaction is very high when you're offline. You can sit with your friends. You can pull some prank on anyone. You can, in fact, like take some guidance from your faculty directly going to him. You can do anything practically when you're offline because you are socially more engaged. But that thing actually lacks a little on online platform, right? Whereas online platform gives you more liberty in terms of recorded lessons, or in case you miss some classes, you can easily go back to the recorded sessions and you can watch it. But that thing is kind of missing in the offline kind of setup, right? And lastly, you can learn at your own pace on offline setup, but then the core spaces are defined on offline, and your soft skills are developed more on offline setup because you are directly interacting with people. Ultimately, it boils down to interaction part more on offline, but it kind of slightly lacks on the online platform. So in the nutshell, the conclusion is both are equally good in their respective forms. So online and offline both are good in their own ways. Some is good at some other parameters, some is good at some other parameters. So we cannot bog down any of these bases, some specific parameters. So both are equally good, right? Now the question comes, we know that currently we are having online classes only. So how can we actually gain the best out of the digital scenario, the online classes? And this will actually makes a lot of sense here. And I want you guys to focus a little more here. And yeah, so the first part is relating digital learning to offline learning. When a student is able to connect and relate what he studies in the digital classes with what he actually learns in the normal offline classroom, it improves the understanding and helps in grasping the concept very easily. So if you are in that mental state, or if you are in that environment wherein you feel as if you are part of an offline classroom, although you are having the class online, it will actually help you grasp the thing or grasp the concept in a more effective manner. And what will help more in this will be the interactivity. If the online classes you are conducting or online classes you are having these days will have more interactivity in terms of faculty student conversation, in terms of directly asking questions to faculties or the live classes, so that will make more sense rather than the recorded ones. Because at any point of time, if you have any questions or any query, you can directly ask it to your faculty members and it can be resolved then and there, right? The next part comes is continuous feedback and analysis. Why offline classes were preferred more was one of the very prominent reasons was the interactivity, obviously, and the other one was continuous feedback analysis, both from faculty and students end. If I talk about faculty's end, faculty will get to know, okay, if students are understanding the concept well or not, or if the faculty needs to modify the way he is teaching something or not, right? And from the students' point of view, they give live feedback to the faculty. Okay, if they are not able to understand any concept, they can directly say, sir, we are not able to understand this. Can you please explain this again? Right? So these kind of interactivity or these kind of continuous feedback analysis chain helps you to understand the best, be it offline or online. So if you are able to inculcate these services online, or if you are able to if you are able to utilize these things online, then it can definitely help you guys to learn more effectively, or you can learn the best out of the digital scenario. Point number 3, enabling social engagements. So how many of you guys are on Facebook and Instagram? I will not judge you. Don't worry. I will not judge you. Just a show of hands or yes or no will work. How many of you are on Facebook and Instagram or any social media platform? Believe me, I will not scold you. I will not scold anyone. I will not judge anyone. It is an open forum. It is more of a friendly or informal discussion. You guys can clearly come out. And it's okay. I'm fine with it. Okay, just delete it. Okay, Mohan, have you just deleted it during the seminar, or you've deleted it today or a few days back? Okay, Akib said no, Pandi said no, right? Great. What about other people? Naveen, Vahul, Srinithi, Aswin, Lakshita. I'm waiting for your answers. But like being, oh, obviously. So, guys, you know what? Whatever attractive things we have in our society or around ourselves, be it chocolate, be it social media websites, be it pizza, be it pasta, all of these are actually, they are attractive, no doubt. Even I also get attracted sometimes, but then in a longer run, they're not helpful, right? Will you agree with me in this? Anything, it would be anything, right? Social media, Instagram, Facebook, in case you want to have food, pizza, pasta, you cannot have it like every day. Like for a longer run, it will be a complete junk to your body, not help you out. So all these things, whichever is attractive, I certainly believe be not very beneficial to have it regularly. And the same thing goes for the social media websites. Okay, all right. So coming back to my point, why I actually asked this question, and I'm actually very happy that most of you have either deleted or are not on social media platforms. What I meant by enabling social engagements was wherever possible, wherever you are meeting your friends, be it online or let's say if any of your friend is living in the same building and you're meeting him or her. So just interacting with them, or let's say creating an exchange of knowledge or exchange of learning will help you guys learn even more, even better. For example, whatever you have learned in your digital class, let's say today, and you have a discussion with one of your friend about his digital class, and you are exchanging the ideas and exchanging the thoughts. So in a way, that learning will get inculcated in your mind and you'll imbibe those things more effectively, and that will be retained in your memory for a longer period of time. And by enabling social engagements, I meant this: you actually utilize your social engagement, your communication with your friends, your communication with your, let's say, teachers, faculties, or your parents, in a way that you are improvising on whatever you are learning from digital. All right. Next part is, last but not the least, learning through mixed approach. So, like, there are few topics wherein a multimedia approach, or let's say a video, would be more beneficial to learn. If I talk about how the heart functions, how the heart beats, it's a small topic in biology, right? If you're able to visualize that using a video, or let's say using a multimedia channel, don't you think it would be like more beneficial, or be more effective in helping you learn the thing or learn that concept well, right? So you should ensure that your digital learning platform is involving some mixed approaches, wherein although most part of it should be directly communication with the faculty, a live interaction, but also it should also include some videos, or let's say some multimedia information or multimedia files which are effective in delivering the things in a more better way, right? Now, coming to the last segment of our presentation, which is mantras to achieve holistic growth. The first one being focus on your fitness. By fitness, I just don't mean by physical fitness. I just don't mean by mental fitness, but also the body clock setting, right? Physical fitness, most of you guys would be knowing. By the way, which sport do you guys like the most? What is your favorite sport? People, you can write your answer on the chat box. What is your favorite sport? I understand it'd be tough to go out and play at this point of time, but then okay, you can give your answers here. Basketball, cricket, table tennis, badminton, be anything. Your favorite sport? Cricket. Okay, Ashwin like cricket. Mohan on tennis. Okay. Akib football. Naveen football. All right, great. Cool. So physical fitness obviously means going out and doing some outdoor work or doing something muscular, right? Mental fitness means doing something related to, let's say, some meditation or something soothing. It can be listening to any peaceful music also, right? So it can be anything which actually gives you some mental peace or ultimately mental fitness. And I am like honestly speaking, I'm more emphasizing on mental fitness here because it actually affects a student's life cycle throughout his journey to excel in any of the competitive exam, and he should really focus a lot on the mental fitness part. The last part is body clock setting. Let me just give you a scenario. A student who regularly sits for 3 hours continuously, he's sitting like continuously for 3 hours from past 2 months. Do you think on the day of exam he would feel lethargic or tired because the exam time period is 3 hours? Right? I guess the answer which would be coming from your side would be no, because ultimately that student or that person is used to sitting for 3 hours continuously, and that is helping him out at the actual exam moment or actual exam situation. And this is what I'm emphasizing a lot on the body clock setting. So you should be able to develop this body clock setting so that at the D-Day, you guys are able to deliver the best out of yourself. You guys do not panic. You guys do not get nervous. And ultimately, giving the best at that situation will help you guys score the best. All right. Coming to the next part, which is strategic planning. And I will kind of show you one graph here, which is this. Okay, my name is Ayush. Sorry if I missed that. My name is Ayush. All right. So I hope you guys can see this chart. So many people would have told you about time management. They would have told you it is important. But then I'm sure that not many would have told you how to implement the time management or how to look forward to time management. And a personal request to each and every one of you, please pay a little more focus for next 5-10 minutes, because I'm anyway going to wrap the things. But this will actually help you guys a lot. So time management or time scheduling, you guys must be knowing. Here's the activity, a planned activity for your day, for an average day. And this is a time period, this is a time slots. What is important is you need to understand which 2 tasks or which 3 tasks you can club together in the single time slot. So all these red blocks, all these red circles are actually emphasizing to the time wherein I, as a student, am doing multiple tasks, I'm doing multitasking in a single time slot. and ultimately I am saving my more time. Just see the example here. During 9:30 to 10:30, I am actually doing dinner, family time, TV, leisure time, and games. So during this 1 hour complete, I'm actually doing these 3-4 activities. All right, and ultimately I'm saving time. If I were doing these activities separately, it would have like exceeded the time. But now I'm like I've shrunk the time to 1 hour only. All right, so this is known as Gantt chart, and I want you guys to apply this in your regular processes. Next come is the Eisenhower's matrix. So for example, you guys, your class teacher, your Tamil teacher asked you to submit an assignment a week after. Okay, the assignment is important because the assignment will fetch you marks, but then it is not urgent. So you will put that task into this segment, which is you will schedule it to some later stage, right? Next part, for example, you have a phase test tonight. You have an exam tonight at 9 p.m. and you need to prepare for that. And that exam is actually important. So what would you do? You will put that task in the first slot, which is do it first, because your exam is urgent also, your exam is important also. All right. Again, for example, if one of your friend comes to you and ask, ask Mohan, please like my photograph on Instagram, right? So Mohan will say, I will, what will Mohan do? Because liking a photograph on Instagram, I don't think it is urgent and I don't think it is important either. So ideally, what Mohan should do is, Mohan should delete that task because that task is not actually very important. All right? Are you getting me, guys? I hope this graph is clear to you because this is actually important. I want you guys to answer this. Are you clear with this chart, this matrix? Or if you want me to like explain you any of this segment once again, I can do that. Please let me know. Gagan, Pavan, Mohan, Pandi, Akib. Okay, Pavan, I hope you got it. Others? Okay, Mohan. And please delete that task, by the way, Mohan. That Instagram liking. Okay. Okay, Akib, thank you. Clear, sir. Okay. Got it. Thank you so much. All right, let's just go ahead with our presentation. And I understand we're going a little late and I'll try to wrap the things a little fast now. So next part is adopt single system. So by single system, I mean a place wherein you'll be getting all the things which you require for your preparation at a single spot. As part of student, we usually tend to go to different places. For example, you want to learn maths. That faculty is very good at maths, so I'll go to study maths there. You want to study physics. That faculty is good at physics, so I will go to study physics at that faculty. And you ultimately end up traveling a lot, right? And you are ultimately like utilizing a lot of time which you should have utilized in your self-preparation. So you should adopt a single system wherein you'll get the best out of everything, be it faculty, be it the study material, be it the environment, the people around, the peer groups, should be everything. So what are the benefits of a single system? The effective time management, because ultimately you're going to a single space. Focus, streamline, and structured learning, because you are actually devoting your time to a single type of format, or single pedagogy, or single curriculum. You are ultimately getting more structured in your learning. And third one is better productivity and results, which is a byproduct of all these 2 points. And the last segment to this presentation is stress-free education. And honestly, I've been focusing a lot on this part right from the start of my presentation, because we are like very much focused. Okay, okay. You want me to come again to the timetable? Let me just show you again. Okay, sure. No issue. Okay. Okay, okay. So this is the timetable. And please let me know when I need to stop or what additional I need to ask. Okay, White Clan. Okay, okay. Right. So by time scheduling, or let's say this timetable, this is by the way known as Gantt chart. Okay. So what am I doing? I'm trying to club 2 or 3 of my activities together so that I can save more of my time. Just understand here. For example, I tend to do lunch from 3, sorry. Okay. I tend to do lunch from 3 to 3:30. All right. And I also want to relax for half an hour. It could be anything, it could be any way of relaxing. So, what if, let's say, I'm not clubbing both these activities? I would have spent additional half an hour in relaxing. Okay, let me just try zooming. I'm not sure. Okay, okay, okay. So I hope you can see the cursor, right? So this is the time, 7 a.m. in the morning, 7:30, 8, and then 8 to 2. I've like collapsed the time for school, 2:30, 3, right? So on. This is the time till 11:30. These are the activities. Wake up and ready for school, your school, lunch break, relax, coaching studies, hobby and games, hang out with friends, school homework, coaching assignment, etc., dinner and family time, TV, leisure and games, self study, revision, and lastly, buffer time and plan for next day, right? So these are the activities. I'm sorry, I guess there's some issue. I'm not able to zoom. Sorry, it's not getting zoom. I hope you got the points, you got the activities. I just reiterated it. All right. So my ultimate aim to show you guys this photograph was to let you know that there could be multiple activities which can be done simultaneously, right? Like lunch break and relaxing, it can be done simultaneously. So ultimately, you are saving some of your time. Similarly, like pursuing your hobby or playing some games and hanging out with your friends, it can be clubbed together, right? So like instead of spending extra time to hang out with your friends, you are actually clubbing your hobby and your hanging out or your games together. So ultimately, you are saving your time, which you can optimize or you can utilize in something productive. So this is what I was trying to convey here. All right. Same goes for dinner, family time, TV, leisure times, and games. Right. I hope it makes a little sense to you. Okay, I'll try to send these photographs to you personally also, right? I'll try to do that. Sure, sure. Okay, should we go ahead now? All right. So I was like focusing a little more on the stress-free education since the time I actually started the presentation, and we are really focused on giving the stress-free education. And like the coming slides, I'll be talking a little more on these parts which are the causes and the solutions to it, right? Okay, Mohan. Okay, thank you. Okay, the first cause for stress, which we have analyzed or we have understood from our communication with the students, is tests and exam. So this is one of the biggest cause wherein a student feels stressful if there is some exam in the next day or upcoming exam, right? Okay, Mr. White Clan, I'll share this on the group. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, coming back. So the first cause is test and exam. Now, what solution are we actually providing to this cause? Is we don't prepare our students for exam. Rather, we create an environment wherein testing is just part of life and there's nothing unusual about it. Remember, I was speaking about body clock setting. If you guys do something very regularly, at the end of the day, at the D day, when there would be exam, when you need to sit for 3 hours, let's say, you'd be comfortable because you are actually doing that for a pretty long time. You have been in that situation for a very long time, right? So this is how we are actually building the curriculum here, or building the studies here, wherein the test and exam are just part of your regular learning. Next come is the homework. Homework, I understand it can be sometimes stressful, and it is essential also because it helps you prepare more effectively and it helps you prepare well for a certain concept. But what we try to do is we try to link your homework and your assignments to your goal, or to your RPI, which is the rank potential index. So what ultimately we are doing is, whatever homework or whatever assignments we give to you, you guys complete it, and whatever response we receive, that is actually helping us determine the path or determine the progress in your ambition to succeed, or let's say in your ambition to gain a certain rank in any competitive exam, and ultimately helping you move closer to your goal. So that rather than giving you something additional, it is just part of the process, right? Next one is lack organization skills. What solution we have given to this is, we have structured our curriculum and course content in such a way that it automatically channelizes students' work based on his or her RPN goal. So it is important to understand that whatever education you're having, whatever preparation process you're having for your competitive exam, or for whatever goal you're up to, it should be structured. So remember guys, success is a journey, and there are multiple milestones in it. For example, if you want to go from Coimbatore to Kochi, let's say, there will be multiple milestones. You'll have Palakkad in between, you'll have some other destination in between, you'll have some other destination before you reach Kochi ultimately. So these destinations are small milestones, and ultimately your goal is to reach Kochi, right? So we have structured our curriculum in such a way that in the process of reaching that ultimate goal, which is Kochi, you keep on successfully getting, or you keep on successfully achieving the small milestones, which can be Palakkad, or which can be any other city which comes in between. So this is just an example which I was trying to portray. And last part is lack of support. I personally believe that most of your parents are very supportive and very concerned for you, and probably this is the reason why they are focusing a lot on your education. But besides support from your faculty, or besides support from your family members, it is important to have constant support from faculty and other people also, right? And to ensure this, we have created a system of one-to-one sessions, one-to-one counseling, and probably this is why I am taking this session, because I wanted to connect with you guys directly, and probably would want to deliver something which is not academic, but then ultimately it will help you guys out in delivering the things in a more better way, right? So we ensure that we do one-to-one sessions with faculty and counselors, and for the students, for our current students also, we are coming up with multiple counseling sessions and faculty sessions in coming time. You'll receive the notification also, so that you guys are delivering the best out of yourself. You guys stay motivated throughout. You guys never feel that there's no one to support you, because we actually are. We are backing you up every day, every night, right? And this is what we aim for, and this is what we actually believe, that we care for your future, and we are 100% dedicated to this. Okay, so this is the last part, and this is something we would want to like acknowledge and deliver, that we are introducing this success guarantee challenge, which is specifically for Tamil Nadu and Kerala only, wherein we are so confident in our teaching methodology, teaching process, that we ensure that if you get enrolled with us, if you accept the challenge, we will definitely help you guys achieve the rank you want. We would help you guys to achieve, or like to go to the college you would want to go to the branch you want to go to the destination you want to go, and ultimately succeed in your life. And we are probably the only institute, and not probably, in fact, we are the only institute which is offering this kind of guarantee challenge. And I can bet right now on the live screen also, that we are so confident in our processes, in our learning methodology, in our teaching, that we actually create a complete transformation rather than just imparting education. And how does it work? It is absolutely simple, and I guess few of you might be knowing about this also, students who are already enrolled with us. So you can join us on any of our 2-year, 3-year, or 4-year program. It can be anything. It can be integrated also. And you follow the 3 simple steps. Step 1, make sure you attend all the classes, right? We'll give you some emergency break also. For example, if you feel sick or if there's something urgent. So this can be like catered. Next point, make sure you complete all the assignments in time. All right. And third part is, we expect that your parents come for quarterly PTM, wherein we'll discuss your performance and other reports with them. So these 3 points, I personally believe that they are achievable, and they're at least simple. You guys can absolutely achieve it. So what do you guys think? Are these 3 points tough? Are they actually tough? Do you think you cannot do this? Do you think you cannot attend all the classes? Do you think you cannot complete all the assignments in time? And do you think your parents cannot attend the quarterly PTM? You can do, right? Can I get some responses on this? These 3 steps, I guess they are doable. They're completely doable, right? Yes or no? Are these steps doable? What do you guys say? Are these 3 steps, attending classes, completing your assignments in time, and attending PTM, are these doable? Yeah, absolutely, right. They're pretty simple steps. And by just following these 3 simple steps, we are actually guaranteeing your success. We are actually ensuring that, yeah, if you follow these 3 steps, we will let you win. We will let you guys secure the rank you want to. We will let you guys secure the position, the branch you would want to go in any of the IIT or any medical college, be it anything, anywhere in India. All right. And I feel really proud to say that we are the only institute which is offering this, and we are offering this actually because we are so confident in our processes. We are so confident that yes, we will get you win. We will let you guys go to the place, go to the institute, go to the branch which you guys have always aspired for, and we will do anything and everything to do that. All right. So this is the last slide. I usually tell this to parents, but then you guys are very smart, and you guys you have been a lovely audience to me. although it was more of a one-way communication. I would rather prefer to have like both ways communication with you, be it online or offline someday in near future. You guys were really lovely. Do not prepare the road for children, prepare the children for the road. So by these lines, I would rather just end my discussion with you. If you guys have any question, any query, please feel free to ask. I'm all here, I'm all yours to answer. I would rather personally thank Pawan, Lakshita, Akib, Mohan, White Clan. Sorry, White Clan, can I have your real name, or is this your real name? Gagan, right? I'm just scrolling up whoever has texted. Pandi, Naveen, Ashwin, Lakshita, right? Pranesh, Sriniti. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for making it like interactive. And in fact, I would also want to have some feedbacks from you. Remember, we shared one part wherein we said feedback and continuous analysis is important. So yeah, how was it? Any inputs you want to share, or any questions you have? I'm open to it. Jennifer, thank you so much. Sri Charan, Park, thank you so much for coming. Any questions you guys have? Yes or no? Anything I should repeat for you? Any graph or any specific figure in the presentation? Okay, Pawan, it was an absolute honor to be with you, and you are really intellectual. You are really fun. I would actually would like to meet you in person someday. Thank you so much. It was lovely interacting with you. Anybody else have any question or want to ask something? And I hope this presentation would have been something at least 5% helpful to you, right? Nithya Venkat from 6th. Okay, Nithya. Hello. I hope the presentation was something intellectual, might have helped you out in some way. Thank you, Pandi. Thank you so much. All right. Before I hang up, before we guys go, I would actually want every one of you to please try to like. Wैसे I would love you guys to follow each and every part, but then let me just come back to yes. These two slides. I would personally want you to please focus on this a little more and try to implement it in your current schedule. It will definitely help you. It helped me. It helped many other people. It helped many of my friends. And thanks for coming. It was an absolute pleasure interacting with you. And I hope to see you again soon, right? Yes, it is saved. Mohan, yeah, it will be in our YouTube channel. It will be saved. Please do share it with your friends. And by the way, as you might also see on our also, we have you guys to check your potential on 27th of December, specifically for JEE preparation guys. And I would personally recommend you to please join, attend this, take this exam. We have FMSAT coming up. The same can be seen on the right top of your screen. Details are there. And yeah, well, that's it. Okay, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for coming, and bye. Have a good day. Have a good time preparing. Okay, bye guys.